So digital capabilities, right? Digital capabilities are more fundamental to every company, which means that this is the capabilities are something that you that is so strongly embedded in your core as a core competency, if you will, right, in your business, that you do this very well every time. You can repeat consistently deliver on using these capabilities, right? That's what I mean by capabilities. The ability to be consistent and the ability to be consistently applying some of these capabilities to your advantage, right? So that is something that is an art and a science, right? Applying these capabilities. But in the first place, you need to develop these core capabilities yourself, right? It's just like you build your own skill sets in different areas. You know, you're very strong in technology, or you can write software code, for example. That's a capability. And your company has agile business processes, so that's again a capability, for example. And that's really what I mean by digital capabilities. So in the case of traditionally, if you want to distinguish between capabilities and digital capabilities in particular, what I would add is the use of digital technologies to enable your capabilities. That's digital capabilities. Okay, so obviously the first thing that digital firms that have digital capabilities, right, they have mastery of leveraging digital technologies. So they know how to use social networks, for example, to conduct marketing initiatives, running marketing initiatives, conducting some unique marketing programs, working with these social networking companies to create new ways of reaching out to customers, their end users, and so on. Right. So it's not about the technology, but it's how these companies leverage these technologies to the maximum. So they have a very solid, by doing this, they have a very solid understanding of what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. That's really what defines a capability, right? And these companies are also adept at enabling real-time data-driven decision making. So you have to have the fundamental skill to understand how you can make operational decisions based on the data. These companies trust their data and insights when they look at these outputs from whatever algorithm that they are using. It doesn't matter, but they trust the data and they make decisions around that. That's really they are very good at that. They understand how to blend gut feel, intuition, which is still existent, along with data in order to make operational, strategic, and tactical decisions, right? And that's a very important capability as well, right? And the third thing that's very important about these companies are they're able to attract or hire and get the best talent because of their innovative business model and their modern as a modern company, right? So we have a lot of examples like Google, Hello Direct, even Snap Kitchen, based in Austin, for example, and obviously Facebook, Twitter, and a whole host of others, Uber, Airbnb. All of these companies attract the younger talent, highly skilled, modern people who are skilled with modern technologies, right, like the web and the mobile and so on. That is also another important capability, being able to hire the skills set and the talent required to actually apply these technologies. How do you leverage these technologies? How do you extract value from them? How do you incorporate them in your daily business activities, right, and business processes? So these skills are very important as well, right? So that's the third. So it centers around people, right? So the first one, mastery, is around technology. Second one is in adapting to real-time engagements with customers and so on. And the third thing is about people, hiring the right people and skills to drive your digital enterprise, right? And the fourth thing that the fourth capability that digital firms have is they know how to leverage data science in order to drive outcomes, right? So again, going back to what I said earlier about real-time data-driven decision making, the matter of trusting analytics outputs, these digital firms have understood that very well, and they have ingrained culture of using analytics. Right? Talk to any of these companies like Airbnb, Uber, and so on, and even Tesla, for example. They rely on data science, analytics in particular, right? To drive superior outcomes. They make a lot of decisions around data, using data, right? But that doesn't mean intuition is thrown away, but you're basically getting a lot of evidence on what is the right decision to make, right? The last but not the least, digital capability of being agile, right? Using the agile methodology to adapt, transform, and change your company constantly. You may have been a digital company from day one, like Uber or Airbnb, Lyft, and so on. But all of these companies also have to adapt, transform, and change every day, right? So one of the examples that I frequently use is that Uber launched a free feature during Super Bowl, right? It was very fast. It was only for that particular week, I believe. So you could basically take a Uber ride and get entered into a sweepstakes to have a dinner or lunch with a quarterback. I think that was the sort of the promotion. So a digital company like Uber is able to create these sort of market promotions very quickly in a very agile manner, right? Because of their mastery of digital technologies, and they are also aware of how their customers are reacting to their product or service, which is ride requests, basically, right, in the case of Uber. And they also have looked at past outcomes, right? That's a reference for them when they introduce a new feature. There's a better knowledge of what might happen, right? What is the prediction? How likely is this promotion going to improve the number of ride requests for Uber, right? That would be the business outcome that they would want to look at, right? So agile methodology helps in connecting the dots and moving as fast as possible to reach that outcome that we are talking about, right? So these are 5 capabilities in my view that are very important for every digital firm to become very strong at. So non-digital firms are firms that are evolving, legacy firms. You could call Ford Motors, General Motors, Procter & Gamble, Unilever. These are all traditional firms with traditional products and services. How can they move into the digital world and to mimic what the digital companies, digital natives, right, like Uber, Google, and so on are doing, and even Apple, right? Apple is a classic case of how they, a product company, sell products, hardware basically, and they have transformed themselves into becoming more and more like a digital company, like Uber, like Airbnb, and so on. So it's going to be very fascinating. And I'm going to go through some of these in the case studies as well, so we can go deeper into the distinction between a company that is becoming a digital enterprise and a digital native. I'm going to talk about digital native as one of the terminologies that we're going to define.